So do everything you can to gather great people if you're creating a company.
If you can turn 5 of these lucky advantages in your favor, then you can also become next billionaire. There is an element of luck in every success story. Other names for it include grace, favor, good fortune, chance, and so on. You can find millionaires who would brag to say that they worked hard to get to where they are. But billionaires are often humble when it comes to this. And there is a reason. Billionaires have experienced success that humbles their hard work. You can work hard and be a millionaire. But if you are going to be a billionaire, you need to have some luck. Most billionaires know someone smarter and more hardworking than they are who haven't come close to what they have achieved. So, luck matters. From a broad perspective, luck is a skill. But there are some lucky advantages that count that people rarely notice. The reason I am pointing them out is that if these advantages are working against you, it is much harder to achieve success. So, it is better to focus on them and turn them in your favor before chasing any business success. These are 7 lucky advantages that all billionaires have. Most of them are not conscious advantages, so even the billionaires rarely notice it. And most unnoticed lucky advantages are at number 2 and number 1. So watch the video till end. I am sure this is going to be one of the most valuable video of you have ever watched. Imagine Warren Buffett was an investor based in Thailand. Do you think he would be the billionaire that he is today? Some great fortune in Thailand can make him a millionaire, but the chances of him becoming a billionaire are slim to none. What is the reason for this? Well, Warren is based in the country where big money moves and where investors get big money to play with. Let us assume Mark Zuckerberg was based in Senegal when he was trying to start up Facebook. Do you think he would have succeeded? Let's even say he is in the US but based in Dakota. What are the chances of him succeeding? That place is called Silicon Valley for a reason. And there is a reason every global startup is trying to have a presence there. Location is the first element of luck.
The other thing I'd say is that if you're creating a company or if you're joining a company, the most important thing is to attract great people. So either join a group that's amazing, that you really respect, or if you're building a company, you've got to gather great people. I mean, all a company is a group of people that have gathered together to create a product or service. And so depending upon how talented and hardworking that group is, and the degree to which they are focused cohesively in a good direction, that will determine the success of the company. So do everything you can to gather great people if you're creating a company.
A millionaire can get there all alone, but billionaires are not all alone. Most billionaires have key partners and allies that made their dream possible. If their partner had been wrong, they would probably be broke or be in a prison somewhere. Big deals entail big bets. And trustworthy partners are necessary for the big bets. There are people who are unlucky with partners. You don't know how lucky you are with a good partner until you meet someone who has been unlucky with partners. It is very important that you are under the right kind of government that will make your business thrive. There are people who have lost out on their early bird advantage because their governments frustrated their efforts. Governments do not operate at the same pace. You would observe that the billionaires are concentrated in countries where the government moves fast and the policies favor big businesses. Policy matters first. Then, the speed of government operations matters second. You rarely hear about this, but it is a huge advantage. In business, pioneers suffer a lot. They can eventually achieve something, but they do with a lot of scars. Smart people wait for the pioneers to suffer and pave the way, then they follow the already laid path. Most billionaires are not pioneers. Their path is already paved by someone or a business. The others that look like they are pioneers are those who combine two paths that have not been previously combined before. So, in the real sense of it, they are not really pioneers. Real pioneers get little or no recognition during their time. Most young entrepreneurs are deceived today into thinking they have to be pioneers. The concept of coming up with something new is praised and used to motivate the younger ones. Meanwhile, life is easy with copy and paste. This is very related to the earlier point about partners. But instead of just one person, this is about a bunch of people. Business is a team sport. If you try to go in alone, those who know how to play will run you over with their team. Having the right team at the very beginning is a great treasure. You really have to be lucky to have a great team. Many people overlook the impact of today's society on their wealth and success. All those visionaries that are billionaires today would probably be in a jail somewhere if they had come in maybe 200 BC. It is important for the entrepreneur or business owner to be relevant to this age first. Today, everyone is familiar with Thomas Edison, but only studious people know Nikola Tesla. If you mention Tesla, most people would immediately think of Elon Musk's auto company. Tesla focused too much on the future. No doubt he made a profound effect on the present, but he clearly lived way ahead of his period. This is unlike Thomas Edison that just focused all his energy on the present. Living in a period of history where your work can be properly rewarded is a huge advantage. Billionaires can't deny this. This is the most important of all. One of the definitions of success is being in the right place at the right time. The right place is the right location. The right time is something which is very tough to calculate. There are many good ideas that have failed because of timing. Bill Gross talked about one of his startups in the early 2000s that was designed as an internet video platform that failed. And it was simply because browsers at that time could not support their vision. 2 years after their startup failed, Adobe came up with the solution for internet browsers to support video content easily with Adobe Flash. A few months later, YouTube was born. Their genius idea was too early and it failed as a result. The timing was off. All big businesses have their share of perfect timings. All billionaires have their experience of perfect timing. Unfortunately, it is not something that can be taught or calculated. You just have to work hard, smart, and get all the other things right. With that, you are more likely to have the timing fall on you. The concept here is very simple. Before working your brains out on any project, make sure you have at least 5 of these points working in your favor. It is smart to work hard at getting these elements right first before deciding what to actually do. Do you think we missed any lucky advantage that billionaires have? Then let us know in comment box and we might include that in our next video.
Some of them are going to sound like, well, you've heard it before, but it's worth re-emphasizing. I think the first is you need to work, depending upon how well you want to do, and particularly if you're starting a company, you need to work super hard. So what does super hard mean? Well, when my brother and I were starting our first company, instead of getting an apartment, we just rented a small office and we slept on the couch. And we showered at the YMCA, and we're so hot up we had just one computer. So the website was up during the day, and I was coding at night. 7 days a week, all the time. And I sort of briefly had a girlfriend in that period, and in order to be with me, she had to sleep in the office. So work hard, like, every waking hour. That's the thing I would say, particularly if you're starting a company. And if you do simple math, you say like, okay, if somebody else is working 50 hours and you're working 100, you'll get twice as much done in the course of a year as the other company. So that's, and then I think the final thing I would encourage you to do is, now is the time to take risk. You don't have, you don't have kids. Your obligation. Well, sorry, probably don't have kids. But as you get older, your obligations increase. So and once you have a family, you start taking risk not just for yourself, but for your family as well. It gets much harder to do things that might not work out. So now is the time to do that before you have those obligations. So I would encourage you to take risks now. Do something bold. You won't regret it. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. See you later.